So Perashat Shofetim, it sets forth certain rules that govern the behavior as well as the psychological attitude of the Shofetim, of the judges. One of them is lo takir panim. Lo takir panim means it's forbidden for a judge to recognize someone's face. What does that mean? So I was, as you know, unfortunately I'm a lawyer, but everybody has to make a living, so I hope you forgive me for that. So I was in a court in Israel. I was representing a client, a government minister, former government minister or treasurer of the state of Israel. And he was a plaintiff in a lawsuit. The defendant was there, of course. And when the government minister walked into the courthouse, the judge acknowledged his presence. He kind of stood up for him, and he said, "Shalom Aleichem Kevod Hasar." I think it was within 15 minutes the defendant came to us and we settled the case. How dare a Jewish judge recognize the government minister, right? The judges are being judged by God, right? And when a judge recognizes somebody's face in violation of the Torah, he's destroying justice. There is no way that the defendant could have possibly presented his case in an intelligent and persuasive manner. It doesn't matter what the actual substance of the case was, but the defendant was forced to settle just by virtue of the fact that the judge recognized the face of the government minister. Lo takir panim. There is an endemic failure in the judicial systems of the U.S., I'm assuming of Israel because of what I saw, but let's take the U.S. for example. There's Biden, the Biden crime family. There is Trump, and what's happening is there is various cases unfolding against Trump. There's indictments, or against Biden, there's potential indictments. And what's interesting is that whenever the news media reports about the developments, it's always, oh, this is a Trump-appointed judge. Oh, this is a Biden-appointed attorney general. Or this is a Biden-appointed special counsel, right? Or this special counsel is from the state of Delaware, right? He's an attorney for the state of Delaware, which of course is a Biden stronghold. This shows that the U.S. legal system, the judicial system, is thoroughly and completely corrupt. It is useless. Justice will never come from a legal system where we refer to a Trump-appointed judge. That should be an irrelevant circumstance. Justice will never come in a legal system where we say, oh, this is a Biden-appointed attorney general or a Biden-appointed judge, whatever it is. Justice can never come when the judges recognize faces. The reason they're mentioning it's Trump-appointed or Biden-appointed because judges too recognize and acknowledge and give credence to other individuals. And that is absolutely a recipe for misery. Because when you have judges who, rather than administer justice, recognize faces, there will be no justice. And people understand this. People get it. And therefore people understand the law is not there to bring about a just and proper settlement. The law is there to protect individuals. And that's why one of the first things the Torah says is lo takir panim. It is forbidden to recognize people. If the judges would not recognize people, what would they recognize? They would recognize the proper administration of the law. And when the law is administered properly, you create a society where there is justice, and you create a society where people have faith in the judicial system. That's the vision of Perashat Shofetim.